Coach the Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be the home squad emerge from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Fall is in the air in week 4. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Goff now looking to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And now out comes Minnesota. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On third down, Cousins. And he's got his target. That's more. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Let's go. Yellow, race in there, yellow.
Play action now. Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll run. This is Brown. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Mark Barron. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, now here we go, Let's go. Hey, flip it.
Third and long for Cousins. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
4 down, check, 4 down. Look out for number 30.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
All right. One out.
Third and 2, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And now out comes Minnesota. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun. Cousins. Got a man. It's right. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Second down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it. Because you're running away from people on it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And some space here. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Goff now looks to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Again, it's Cook. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And some room to work. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break the initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
And he's brought down after a good game. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Back to throw. Goff going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
4 down, 4 down. Go. 180. Hey, 76. 76. 76. 2 up. Check. Watch before. Set. Here we go. Set.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Set.
Throwing again is Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Albert Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And out now come the Vikings. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Quaker Omaha. Gun. Let's go.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Here's Goff now on second down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
12.
Out of the gun. Goff. And they got a man. It's Woods. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
11.
On first down, it's Goff. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And down to the 36-yard line here. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
76. Al, we go.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Cousins now on 2nd down. And right with it here over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go. Lucky 48. Hey, we're good.
Handoff comes to Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Junior Gillette, in on the step.
By any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school.
Robert Woods. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Ndamukong Suh busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Cousins to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Mark Barron. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, Cousins. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Again they run with Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Here we go. Harbaugh. DC.
Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out comes Minnesota. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. On second down, Cousins again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's right. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Let's go, let's go. 12 line.
Cousins on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again, Cousins on second and 10. But he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his third pick of the game. Instead, it's third down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Cousins now. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition the ball at this rate.
Green 39.
This is Wilkins. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now a handoff for Gurley. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
We got 4. We got 4 down.
Another carry now for Gurley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take them to 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They run it again with Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go.
They run the counter with Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, this is Cook. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play.